So, I've always been a little sheepish about these resolutions, where we're honoring our cultures and where we're talking about being the first to do something, or in my case, the second to do it. I always thought like what is always most important is to be the first to do something well. And what we all bring is our experiences and perspectives. And when we put those together, we're always informing for better outcomes. And I was thinking that over, and that was a real 2008 to 2016 mentality, which was changed quite a bit in 2016. And that was reaffirmed starkly in 2024. And April 23rd this year, you hear a lot of stuff that's posted to Truth Social or that's shared, and you brush it off. 49% of Asian Americans in the diaspora have experienced some kind of hate crime or hate speech or some situation. You just shrug it off. But reading what was written, a baby born here becomes an instant citizen, and then they bring their entire family in from China or India or some other hellhole on the planet. They're not like the European Americans of today and their ancestors. I think about that a lot because, my mom was pregnant. She came here. She's like, "Oh, son, I want you to be president." And like, you're born in America, and just hearing that, there's this visceral rejection that you feel, and it's something really to put to hard to put into words. And that visceral rejection always leads to what I call radical assimilation. I always try to understand people, and I always try to say I must have something in common with some person I intensely dislike. Cash Patel, he says Sundays are for God, beer, and hockey. I could do the beer and football part of that, and that's both of us doing radical assimilation. When we think of Nikki Haley, when we think of Bobby Jindal, when we think of Ro Khanna, we all change our names, we all do things to be more American so we can fit in here. And I'm the most guilty of that, dressing American, talking American, adopting American culture. So today, I wanted to look at this resolution and think about a concept that's hard for a lot of our people to think about, and it's this concept of pride. Just being satisfied with yourself, being satisfied with your people, being like not embarrassed to be like seen with your parents in public, or if you're hanging out with a lot of like brown people, to just lean into it, to be happy about it. So when I was picking my outfit, first of all my dress shirts are too tight, and it's going to be a long night, so I was figuring I'd wear some pajamas. But I was thinking like, when I was first elected here, like my mom and dad, they flew here, they're old, they made like pakoras for everyone. It was a very special occasion, and later today I'll be sitting on the dais, and instead of a tie and suspenders, I thought it might be cool if I sent a picture to my mom and dad of me in our traditional clothing. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Supervisor Chavez.